for people to realize it. I guess it took me, I think, 40 some years before somebody said, thank you for being over there, So um, it was it's kind of a forgotten war, and but other than going through all this, there were a lot of, it wasn't all bad and everything. I mean, you met a lot of good guys and a lot of friends and that of course, you live with them every day and you train with them every day, and so I mean, it was a lot of good experiences, and I don't think I'd ever regret it, and it was I think it'd be good for any young fella to go through something, go through training and everything, but there was a lot of good experiences. After I got out, there was a portrait photographer in Moline by the name of Kalbrecht, and he had written me while I was in the service, and he wanted me to come and work for him and possibly go in partnership with him. And anyway, I went to work for him, and it was he was very meticulous. And somewhere or other, I think I wasn't with him too long. I suppose a couple of months, and I coming out of the service, I just wasn't ready to settle down, I guess. I'm not sure what the word is, and so we kind of it just didn't work out, and so then I went to work for John Deere. I tried to get into their photo department, so in the meantime I went to work in one of their factories, the plow planter, and I was a clerk draftsman. We drew up core boxes and match plates and kind of like, and then I drew them up, and then then also I was a clerk there. I took care of the timesheets and everything. So in the meantime, every so often I would call the photo department and see whether there's any openings, and I think maybe they got tired of me calling, and so they finally they said, "Okay, come on in." So anyway, I went to work with Deere and Company in their photo department. I was in the darkroom for I suppose a couple of years, and then they asked me if I wanted to become a photographer with them, which meant I'd have to travel. So that was kind of a decision I had to make too, and so which means that I just wouldn't. I'd be gone every so often. So I did take that, and of course there was more money in it, and if I would have stayed in the darkroom, there wouldn't have been the money to be made there to raise a family. And so anyway, I did become a photographer with him. And yeah, today you'd almost have to go to school, college, or anything to learn all this. And back then it was just more or less kind of like an apprenticeship in a way. You learned from one day to the next. And there was a few guys that did go to college, but yeah, you just kind of learned it as you went. And of course, it's always been a real good company. And I always enjoyed them. I mean, it was a proud company. So I enjoyed being with them for 30 years. And I know there were some things, the travel sometimes wasn't always the best, at the right time. But all in all, I think it worked out pretty well, even with all the kids. When I did come home, we did spend time together and our vacation.